Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's Friday the 12th of August and I'm heading home at 20 to 6. Pretty normal. This week has been, well, better than last week. I'm not quite as ill as I was, thankfully. Seemed to mostly got rid of it. I got a little bit of a cough, but not really coughing up all the green muck I was previously. And yeah, generally feel tons better. So that's been good. Busy week at work, mainly because I had to do a trip up to Baleta in Scotland. If you're not very sure where that is, apart from the fact it's pretty much where Balmoral Castle is, and the Queen was up. Apparently she goes up in August, so she was around. But yeah, it's kind of like, if you look on the map where Aberdeen is, and then you look a bit west from Aberdeen towards the Cairngorms and the mountainy bits, then Baleta's across that way. And in fact I went up sort of Glasgow and then towards Stirling and Perth, and then from Perth up to Braemar over the back road, so that the last hour of the trip was all windy wiggly back roads. So that was 6 AM on Tuesday I set off and I arrived at 1:30 with one break stop halfway at Lockerbie. It's a hell of a drive. Got the work I had to do done by 5, and then went to my hotel because I wasn't driving back again, strangely enough. Even I thought that was a bit extreme for me to drive back again, so I went to my accommodation because we had a bit more to do the next day, just running through operating the machinery a couple of times and just sort of sorting through things. So so I did that. So stayed out on the Tuesday night in Baleta. It's a nice little place, middle of nowhere in Scotland. Not a great deal there. They've got stuff going on. It was Victoria Week, I think, or something. And also they've got the Highland Games, which was going to be on Thursday actually. I said, oh, you're going to miss out the Highland Games, you should have stayed longer. Oh, I'd love to, but I've actually got other things to do other than be up here, sadly. So yeah, that was it, and then another 7-hour trip back. I set off at 11 AM on Wednesday and got back at 6 PM. Bradford. So hell of a drive. Got some good footage of the sort of the country roads back from there to Perth, which I'm in the process of trying to upload. There's about an hour's worth of footage, which I was going to speed up, and then I thought, well, I won't speed it up because it's quite nice scenery, in fact, so I'll leave it as an hour's worth of footage, and people can just use the scrubber to skip along if they want, or whatever else, or just not watch it at all if you don't want to. And probably not very interesting watching me drive through some Scottish Highlands, but you know, maybe interest someone. So I will try and get it up at some point, not sure when at the moment, because like I say, I tried last night and it failed, and I set it off again this morning, and it somehow has uploaded a partial bit of the clip, so I don't know how that happened, so I might have to rejig it all again. And that, as well as this vlog, which is going to be probably not up tonight, along with that one, because I'm actually going out tonight for a change. With a school friend who moved to America many years ago, now lives over in America, but he comes back kind of once a year to visit his family and call back on people for a few weeks. So he's booked me up for a night, just, well, night of catching up really, and having a few beers as well. So I'm doing that tonight, so I'm not going to have any chance to get any of this done. Like I say, I've been pretty tired after all that running about I did Tuesday and Wednesday, and I had a load of work to catch up with afterwards, of course. Did manage to watch finally, because I've been kind of looking forward to it a lot, Suicide Squad film, and despite the fact that it's had lots and lots of bad reviews and complaints, and someone's even suing the filmmakers because the Joker, played by Jared Leto, isn't in it enough. And apparently there's a number of scenes that they put in trailers for the film of the Joker doing various things that never actually made it to the film. They were cut out of the film, and this apparently upset him and many other people. So yes, but to be honest, I watched it and I thought it was, it was alright, it was good, it was kind of what I expected. Not reading too much into it, not having an in-depth knowledge of the Marvel universe previously, so I don't know if the characters aren't right or whatever else. They just seem okay to me. It was just a film about sort of superhero type bad guys saving everyone else kind of thing. It was good, it was alright, it's a good film, enjoyed it. So certainly say watch it if you're into that sort of thing. If you're not into lots of people being shot and explosions and things like that, probably not the best film, for obvious reasons. But other than that, I quite enjoyed it. It was quite good. Haven't managed to watch much else really, and also not really again had much chance to play Star Wars Battlefront with one thing and another, so not really got much further with that. Obviously just still waiting now for the next pack, the Death Star pack. Not really played the more recent map, the Cloud City map, at all. I don't know, I'm just not really gelling with that kind of map actually, I don't think, and the game styles on it, I just seems to struggle with them greatly. I still just kind of prefer the previous one. So really not played much more on that, not watched much more. Not a lot really happens, like I say, apart from a ton of driving this week. To be much better. Not really watched a great deal of YouTube either. Good to see that Purav uploaded some footage, and it's done I think it's the Note 7, or I think it's the Note 7 because it's got the pen on it. Watched that, and he's got some more footage that I haven't had a chance to watch yet. Lots and lots of other stuff, YouTube stuff. I just haven't had time, and then I've been too tired and whatever else. So not really getting anywhere with a lot of that stuff, unfortunately. Betas, we've had betas on top of betas. We had betas last week, and betas this week as well. 4 last week and then 5 this week. Was actually quite good. 5 came out pretty quickly because 4 was a bit rubbish on everything, I think, really. It kind of turned me Apple Watch unlock most unreliable and screwy, which was very annoying. Seemed to not do my phone battery any good at all, and 5, this week's one, has improved that somewhat, so that's good. And the watch went a bit sort of wonky as well on 4. Started not picking up notifications and things. So yeah, the Beta 4, I think the rush turnaround from 4 to 5, well, for me personally, I don't know, other people may say that 4 was fine, but 4 just, they seem to completely mess up lots of things with that, so I don't know what was going on, but it wasn't good. But it's all better now, so we shouldn't be far off. Right, September, isn't it? We'll get the release of all the software, so maybe got to wait till September. But yeah, recent sort of updates now have improved everything, and I've been pretty happy with well, all of it. Apple Watch Unlock's working great again, thankfully, so I was pleased about that. Mail seems to be working fine on macOS Sierra. In fact, seems to be getting it a little bit more improved and more reliable, which is a bit of a godsend. You always think, oh, it's going to get better, and then it seems to go worse again, but it does seem to be getting much improved now. So yeah, and the watch has been going fine. recently, so I've been happy with that. Siri's been working well with it. Obviously used it quite a lot for music and whatever else while I was driving over the weekend, and that went well as well. So all good as far as Apple updates. Might see some hardware bumps. People keep rumouring all this. Possible new Mac Pros. People kind of batting about still that we might see a new Apple Watch, although I'm not that convinced we will, but who knows, you never know. But yes, on the whole, it's all been going good. At home, still kind of busy doing all sorts of things outside. Weather's just been pants. Don't know what's happened to summer. As soon as they head back to school, you can guarantee it's just going to go warm up for this Indian summer that we always seem to get. But at the present moment, kids are off. New trampoline, not getting as much use as it could do because the weather's rubbish. In fact, it tried to blow away. I think Sunday night we had a fair bit of wind, and it crossed the garden. It's leant up against the fence. I've got some decent size pins in now to hold it down. Great big metal stake things, loop stakes. So I pinned it down. It was fairly windy last night, and that held it in place well. So happier with that, and there's still some building going on. The missus is well on with building a sort of kind of wooden castle affair in the garden for the youngest and his little friends. So it's turning into quite an epic bit of a building at the moment. We've certainly got one platform up, and the surround starting of the sort of castle effect. It's all been done in wood, large amounts of wood. We've also got, you'll see, a load of bags of hardcore, because I'm still trying to fill in the base, which I'll then need to concrete over once I've got the hardcore in it for shed building, which is turning into some sort of substantial and long protracted job. I'm supposed to be having someone do the bricking work if that ever comes about, but we're still going to finish the base first. So but we've got all the hardcore now, so we need to just dump that in and get it all leveled out, ready for some concrete to get squirted on top eventually when we get round to doing all of that. So all that's going on. Generally, yeah, it's busy for me as usual. And that's about it, really. That is it for this week. Not a great deal of interest. Like I say, I'm going to get some of this driving footage. The belater run from kids in and out the garden, and no point shutting the gate and they just climb over it. Dings. So I was going to open it up for me. I'll let him off. Look at that. Thank you. Where have you gone now? Oh, he's off that way now. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me then. So hopefully you'll have a good weekend and week next week, and I will be catching you in next week's coffee vlog. I'll concentrate because I've got bags in the way and kids behind me and all sorts. Yep, I'm there. Right, see ya.